What up, everybody? Vitiate once again. Here to talk about this time, just reviewing 2012 as a whole, giving you a quick year in review, hip-hop, albums, songs. A lot of people have been making a lot of 2012 videos, but I'm going to try to keep mine brief, just based on the fact that I don't have a whole lot to talk about, I'm going to recommend some music that came out this year, tell you to support the artist, and the rest is up to you. I'm not going to pick apart each individual thing and tell you what you should and shouldn't like about it. I'm just going to be straightforward and say what I enjoyed, and that you should support the artist if you have similar taste as me. And odds are, if you're watching this, you probably do. This is in no particular order. I didn't sit down and make a list. This is just all off the top of my head. I'm not really sure where everything would fall into this if I were to sit down and make a list, but alright, here it goes. One of the albums people are really buzzing about right now, especially this whole year, has been Kendrick Lamar. That album is called Good Kid, Mad City. It is his debut, even though he's had plenty of mixtapes. He had a Section 80 digital album out last year, but this is his first major label thing. Great album. It's a weird album because Kendrick is a weird artist. Like, he'll be very unconventional with his flow, very unconventional with his rhymes. The things he does aren't, what you would hear in mainstream, and I think that's why people are really attracted to him. Like, he'll make a song about drinking that's not really about drinking, that has a weird flow but a catchy hook at the same time. So, a lot of standouts from that album. He has Dr. Dre features, but he mostly keeps it to himself, which is how I like it. It's just an album worth checking out. Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. Nas. Another mainstream artist who dropped an amazing project. Life is Good. Definitely one of my favorite albums of the year. Nas just wrecked every beat. The production is beautiful. There are some parts where, he just goes over raw piano melodies, and the whole thing just sounds so crisp and so beautiful. And I personally think this is one of his best projects, right up there with Illmatic, Stillmatic. It's a great album, definitely one worth checking out. If you love Nas, if you just love hip-hop in general, Life is Good, Nas. Exhibit dropped an album worth noting, Napalm. Exhibit, I'm not really a huge fan of. I like some songs off his previous albums, but it was never really that involved with Exhibit's work. But this album came out, I gave it a shot. Definitely interesting. A lot of personal songs, which is not really what he was doing before. The big standout track is 1983. If you're not going to check out the album, at least check out 1983. Great Exhibit song, great song in general. A$AP Rock. Another dude who's been buzzing in the underground for many, many years. He released Skeleton, which, great EP, A$AP, exactly what you expect from him. Great rhyming, great production. Just something worth checking out. Speaking of underground, Blue in Exile, the Below the Heavens people, released the mixed and mastered version of Give Me My Flowers While I Can Smell Them. Just put in Blue, Give Me My Flowers, and it's gonna come up. This was a project that leaked last year, but it, like a lot of Blue's work, unmixed, unmastered, poor quality overall. But there was re-released this year as, completely done, completely perfect. Exactly what you expect from Blue, exactly what you expect from Exile. Just great album overall, especially for my underground people. Moving up again to mainstream, we've had Joey Badass and his crew, Pro. They're in that little border between mainstream and underground of that mix of styles as well. No one quite knows where to place them, but, you know, rest in peace to Capital C's too. That was a pretty shocking thing to hear, especially with his blow up on the way. But, you know, 1999 was a great project by Joey himself. And then the Pro Life had a mixtape. Can't remember the name of it. I think it was called The Apocalypse. That was released a few days ago. I haven't heard it in its entirety from what I did hear. It's a great mixtape. 1999 was a great project. Joey Badass is younger than me. And that's amazing, the fact that the dude is really starting to blow up and he's not even legal yet. It's great to see, especially in the hip-hop world, that somebody has skill like he does and they're really gaining a lot of attention. So props to Joey for that. Not very discussed mixtape happened at the beginning of the year. Eric's Sermon, Breath of Fresh Air. Sermon, you know, he's been rhyming for years to have been rhyming his ass off. And, you know, this is a great mixtape with great production. My boy B Rhymes, he's really up on that. He loves that mixtape. I gave it a shot. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, Breath of Fresh Air, Eric Sermon, definitely worth checking out. A lot of people hate me for this one, for liking this dude. But the Joker, 2 albums this year. Singing album, Sing Ethan Sing, and a rap album, a diss album. Trail of Destruction. Trail of Destruction, the physicals aren't pressed up yet. He's still waiting to get those done. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it's available online. Sing Ethan Sing, not really for the hip-hop heads. If you like melodic singing, not exactly R&B, but melodic singing, a lot of vocal projection, you know, you would check that out, but mostly Trail of Destruction. Most of the album he's dissing Gruesome. He disses Hobson, Swizz, this is fucking Tech 9. Like, the whole album is just a bunch of disses, but it's very well done. It's very well put together. Not many tracks on it, but definitely one worth checking out. You know, if you just like raw rhyming. And even if I love Tech 9. Tech 9's their favorite rapper. I love Hobson, you know, as an artist. Hobson is a good artist. Gruesome is a great artist. I want to work with Gruesome. I want to work with Hobson. I have worked with Swizz. But at the same time, you can't deny the level of skill that Joker put into the album. And people say a lot of shit about his personality, Facebook status. I don't care about that. I just like the way the dude raps. And that's the way it should be, in my opinion. Speaking of Gruesome, he released a free mixtape with like 30 tracks on it. It's a massive mixtape called The Dark Flow Rises. Very well put together. He has a Tech 9 feature on there. He has a lot of good features on there. Low Keys on there, I believe. Gruesome as a standalone artist is great. You know, 30 tracks for free. How could you really go wrong? I know he did a funny ass song over airplanes. That alone is worth checking out. I forget the name of it, but it's funny as hell. Just the Dark Flow Rises, Gruesome. Check that out. Tech 9, why not? 3 EPs this year, as opposed to his usual album and EP that he's been doing for a while now. He dropped 3 EPs on us. Clusterfuck, Eba, and Boiling Point. I'm gonna focus on Boiling Point, because that's the newest one, and I think it's the best one. Short EP, but definitely one worth checking out. He has classics on there. I'm gonna right now just call them classics. Should I Kill Her, Paint on Your Pillowcase. Just, you know, I love the songs. People, and Alone too. People probably won't like them as much if you're not into that horrorcore-ish rap, but personally, I love those fucking songs, and I think everybody would enjoy what he has to offer on there. Staying in that vein of strange music, we've had Mayday drop their debut, Take Me to Your Leader. Well, their debut on Strange. Take Me to Your Leader. Great album. Mayday as a group is extremely talented. They have the Thrift Store Halos EP out too. That's another great EP, but Take Me to Your Leader is just recognized as a rapper is phenomenal. The production is incredible. The singing is top notch. Like, if you like any genre, really, you'll probably dig the album. So, Mayday, Take Me to Your Leader, that one. Big Crit. Let's do Big Crit. Live from the Underground. Yeah, Live from the Underground. Great Southern release. Even if you're not a big fan of Southern hip hop, you'll enjoy this. There are songs like Praying Man and Porch Light that, just really resonate with you, and especially if you listen to the hidden meaning behind them, it kind of sounds like an Outkast record where you're listening to it and you're finding this subtle shit that Andre is trying to sneak past you. And same thing with Big Crit, you're just listening to the underlying meaning and the meaning he's throwing right at you. So definitely one worth checking out. Great mainstream release. Live from the Underground, Big Crit. LP dropped 2 projects this year. LP is a dope artist. Did Cancer for Cure and The Full Retard. Great albums. Cancer for Cure is the one I like the most. Everything you expect from LP. Just a very raw release. Let's stay in that vein. Iden Alucard. Dude's probably not many people have heard of, but they dropped an album called Uncovered Remains. Just sick. They're both great lyricists. They have a great ear for beats. Iden Alucard, Uncovered Remains, good underground release you should check out. Epidemic had a good release called Monochrome Skies. I'm not going to really throw track names at you guys because you probably haven't heard of them, but as albums, they're just constructed in such a way where you should listen to the whole album, because nothing really stands out so much, but everything is just kind of on that same level of being dope. So, Epidemic released Monochrome Skies. Definitely worth checking out. Low Key, my homie Low Key, did a song with him. He did some graphics work for me. Great dude overall. Released a really sick project this year called American Monster. Just really gritty horrorcore. Every song is really hard hitting. He has features from his homies on there. Rude Boy, Wicked One. Just, really raw project. Really something that anybody could get into, even non-horrorcore fans. Really get a lot of enjoyment out of American Monster, Low Key. So Sick Social Club. Name pretty much nobody has heard of. Not sure why, but So Sick Social Club, I'll call them a rock group, that's really the best way I could describe it. Rock group. They work a lot with rappers. The lead singer is Chris So Sick. The guitarist is Voodoo Drew. They're amazing. It's great rock, but what they did on their album Dead Friends Don't Tell is they featured a lot of rappers. You got Necro on there, you got Mad Child, you got fucking Sling multiple times, you got Onyx on there. Just a really good project. There's no real recurring theme, but it's hardcore, horrorcore. And the way Chris works the hooks, I had to get him on a hook. As soon as I heard the album, I reached out and I got him on a hook because it was just that spectacular, the way the dude can work his voice. The instrumentals are fucking fantastic. Just an album worth picking up, especially if you like rock. If you're a hip-hop head, but you also can really dig rock music. Dead Friends Don't Tell by So Sick Social Club. I'm gonna name 2 more. Gonna keep it short. Dope Sick, Mad Child. Mad Child, great artist, great rapper. Dope Sick, personal favorite of mine from this year. Just a bunch of great songs on there. Devil's Rejects, Monster, Dickhead is funny as hell. Just something worth checking out if you're a hip hop fan, if you're a Smaller Members fan especially. You know, Mad Child's putting in a lot of work this year, dropping a ton of videos, releasing a lot of music, and this is one of those projects that just grabs your attention as soon as you hear about it. Last thing I'm gonna do is The Reconstruction by Chino XL, because I believe that is the album of the year. Chino is the master of punchlines, and until someone comes along and can prove otherwise, that's how it's gonna remain. Chino can spit sick-ass punchlines, he has quotables for days, and this album has 35 tracks. So, you know, you can't really go wrong with copping $12 album and getting 35 songs. There's not a whole lot of skits, so there's not a whole lot of filler. You're just getting a lot of raw emotion, a lot of raw rap. You're getting everything you could possibly want in a good hip-hop release. And that's the way it should be, honestly. He fucking kills it. Reconstruction by Chino XL, album of the year, 2012 in review, Vitiate. Cop my albums. Speaking of 2012 in review, why not? You know, fuck it, you know. Euthanasia. A collaboration project between myself and Anonymous of Gold-Minded Records. Anon also dropped a bunch of great projects this year. Skitoma, The Anonymous Mix Volume 3. Euthanasia with me. You could get that off of my websites, vitiate.bigcartel.com and vitiate.bandcamp.com. And also this year, because I love myself so much, that is the White album by myself, Vitiate. I have a bunch of guests on that project. People are saying that it might be one of the best albums of 2012. I heard that. So, yeah. I got Ari the Rugged Man on there. Got Evil Intentions on there. Another great album that dropped this year, Evil Intentions by Evil Intentions. Definitely get that. If you don't, you're really missing out. Evil Intentions, great group. Amazing. They have a good set of features too. They have an amazing set of features. Better than mine, honestly. I got a lot of people on there. Got BK on there. I got Chris So Sick Social Club, as I mentioned before. I got Low Key on the iTunes bonus. Those are just the people that I mentioned in this video. You know, I got my man B-Rhymes. He's a local cat. I got Dan Bull on it multiple times. I got Diabolic. I got Copyright. And it's me. I think I'm a good rapper. And if you buy the album, you could see for yourself. That's 2012, a year in review. Vitiate, go cop my albums. Vitiate.bandcamp.com and Vitiate.bigcartel.com. Search me on iTunes. Peace, yo.